It's a wonderful evening, and I think all of you sitting here must clap first for yourself for being the most patient audience. Come on, give it up for yourself. It's so lovely to be here with the business world hosting this wonderful event where we have experts from various fields, and this is definitely one of the most heaviest panel, not only in the number, but I think in the qualification, the expertise, what they all carry with them is really great. So let's begin without wasting much time. So as we are 8 members here, I would try to give justice and time to each and every speaker here, because each and every speaker have got a very special story and journey to share with all of you. And I think this 5-7 minutes are going to be really less when you start listening to them, their own story, their own experiences, their own expertise. And what all they have done in life is something which we all need to learn and know from all of them. So I welcome all the esteemed panel members for this panel discussion. And thank you for giving your valuable time to join us here today evening. So let's begin with this, as the comparer, our master of ceremony has already given the introduction. So I again don't want to go back to who all the members are. So I welcome you, and we start straight with our question answer session. So we have Sidhharrth Kumarji right next to me. So Sidhharthji, you're from the field of astrology, and you're also a happiness officer for NumroVani. So I want to know, why is this post of you taking up as a post of happiness officer, and why do you think there is a need for becoming an officer for happiness?
Very well pointed. So when I took my side hustle and developed into a full-time profession, for me it was very easy to have as a founder or CEO. But the vision with which we are built, ki happiness should be the part of life, and that should get reflected at our organization itself. It's like starting from the home. And that is why I decided we curate a title known as Chief Happiness Officer. So that the happiness is not something that we are asking other organizations to follow. Rather, we are trying to propagate at our place as well. Talking about my journey, so I have been into a core strategic consultant, transformed into a mental space. And so I'm a profound of Vedic wisdom, that how we can leverage our Vedic wisdom and create an ecosystem of products based on 3 important pillars: proactive, personalized, and preventive. When I talk about personalization, not only about based on demography, but based on the mind, body, and soul. And we leverage the beauty of Vedas, astrology, numerology, and other occult sciences to profile the person, to curate a persona, being the proactive, and curate an ecosystem of lifestyle products. And it's a wide, diverse that we do, and to help you to empower that. And all of it come as a program known as LAP, Life Accelerator Program. This is inspired from the lap of a mother. And that is the level of care that we want to offer. And this is what we do. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. So you being in the field of astrology, I'm definitely sure there are many people who meet you across. मुझे बच्चे कितने होंगे, मुझे लड़का होगा, मैं कैसी, मेरा करियर का, मैं कितना कमाऊंगा, मैं क्या करूंगा. So how do you deal with these questions, and how do you predict the exact future? What is that technology, or what is that system, that GPS, mind GPS you use to understand them and to answer them with the right answer?
Very well said. So the people can ask anything literally.
Anything, right.
Anything literally. But one thing which I like to highlight over here is that at NumroVani, we do not predict anything which is not legally allowed in India. For example, you cannot come to us and ask whether my child is going to be a boy or a girl. We don't do that. If you are Indian, living in India, you cannot ask on our platform. Same goes to bettings and all. So we are strict on that. Coming on the questions, astrology is science in itself. You have starting from your Lagna chart to D60 and so on. It is all the beauty of the practitioners that you do. And if I start talking about the methodology which we leverage, that is something that is not going to end over here. But we believe on one thing, that how I can help you. So our consultations are not meant to be a transactional process that you come to us, consult, and you go back. So how we differentiate, how we talk about differently at our place is that you come, be with us, and we will be with you as your birdie, as your shadow, from the behind to help you to reach where you want to reach. So we leverage astrology, numerology, music therapy, and a range of things to virtually accelerate your life to the purpose where you want to reach in a personalized manner.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that wonderful reply. My next question is to the beautiful Shruti Seth who's sitting here. So you can take the mic, please. So as you all know, she's a very well-known face in Indian cinema. She was also a video jockey. She was also host for Channel V. And she has been part of movies like Fana, Slumdog Millionaire, Disney Channel's The Sweet Life of Karan and Kabir. And she was also host for Comedy Circus series. So Shruti, so you were in this industry of chakachon, glamour, excitement, you know, every day is new and there's so much of fun and excitement at what we see in the front. So how suddenly this shift from this glamorous world and now you have become a wellness coach? What was that shift and why this turning point in your life? What made you take the decision to shift your career from acting to wellness?
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. Firstly, I have not stopped being an actor. I just want to clarify that. That is still very much my day job, and I absolutely love what I do. What really got me interested in mental well-being was actually once I had my daughter, I felt the need that there were certain broken parts of me, which all of us have, you know, our way of being, our general way of responding to things, which I think somewhere we know can be better, can be more refined. And a lot of things that I felt got transferred to me from my parents, because it's very natural. We tend to forget that your kids don't do what you say, they do what they see. So if I tell my child to calm down, but I'm not calm, she's not going to know what being calm means because she's never seen it. So I think it started off primarily as an exercise of self-inquiry, and I just wanted to sort of meet myself, I would say, because so many of us were just, from the time that you're little, you know, your life is pretty much drafted out for you. You're told, acha padhai kar lo, ab pad lik gaye ho, ab job le lo, ab secure yourself, now have a family, have a child, carry on, secure your future. You're kind of living this certain blueprint that is given to you. And with the way consumerism works, it functions on the fact that you should never be happy, right? Because otherwise you'll stop buying things. Because the promise of consumerism is that if you buy this, you'll be happy. And if you go there, then you'll be happy. And you keep on, and every time you do as you are told, you visit the place you were told, you'll buy the thing you were told, and soon after that, you want it again and again. And you realize that that happiness that I'm being promised is not coming to me. So it was really strange during the pandemic. I think this question had been playing in my mind as well. I had already been going to therapy in trying to meet myself and parts of me that I was hoping to change. And I did a course, an online course from Yale University called The Science of Wellbeing. And that sort of triggered this curiosity in me that then led me to saying, okay, I want to know more, I want to know more. I went on, I did a course in counseling, in Buddhist psychology. I moved on. Next thing I knew, I had done a postgraduate diploma in arts-based therapy, which tied in really well with my skills because I'd been an actor my whole life. I'd been a part of performing arts. So arts-based therapy just came to me very naturally. And when I finished arts-based therapy, my final project was about using arts-based therapy as a tool to enhance focus and mindfulness. And that then led me to take another step further, and I went on to become a trained teacher in mindfulness meditation. And that's how I became a wellness coach. So super. Here I am, but I'm still an actor. I just want to clarify that in case anyone thinks I'm retiring. I'm not.
Thank you so much, Shruti, for that wonderful reply. We have our next panel member, Vrindda Bhatt, madam here. Ma'am, welcome on this panel.
Thank you so
And you're
much.
looking gorgeous.
Thank you.
In fact, all the ladies are looking gorgeous here.
Including you. Men? Men?
Oh, the men are also looking handsome. Sorry for that.
उन्होंने क्या बिगाड़ा है?
I know. So, Vrindda ma'am, you have been in the wellness industry for more than 25 years now. and you have been a personal fitness wellness coach for Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji, and you still coach him in pranayama and yoga. For more than 22 years, you have been training him, and you have also trained A-listers like Amir Khan ho, Sushmita Sen ho, Karan Johar ho, Tina Ambani ho. The list is quite long and impressive. So what is your learning from the trainings, what you give to all these people who are really good in what they do in their life? And what is that you want to tell about the endurance skills? Or what is that special which helps them to be what they are? Because we have so many listeners here. So would you like to give us some tips on how you look at them as successful people and why?
Sure, thank you. That's a long question.
Sorry.
So I actually started my wellness journey as a fitness coach, physical fitness coach.
Okay.
And this was in 1996. So I was probably one of the first female fitness coaches in the country at that time. But very early on in the journey, समझ आ गया कि सारा खेल mind का है. The entire play is off the mind. Your mind can take you to the heights of success or put you in the depths of ruin. That's the power of your mind. So even when, that's when I started researching the mind. In the early 2000s, so जब मैं mind की बात करती थी, and I would speak, you can manifest your life. They'd be like, what rubbish. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. It's not going to happen. And today we all know what manifestation is about, and we all are aware of what the powers are. So even when you're asking me what the power of all achievers, not just from Bollywood, I work with corporates, I work with YPOs, EOs. The thing that distinguishes achievers from non-achievers is a mindset, a very powerful mindset. What this would include, it includes firstly clarity. Clarity मुझे life में करना क्या है? Because a lot of people don't have clarity. Then they have will and discipline to put in the work. They have to put in the work. सिर्फ ख्याली पुलाव थोड़ी बनाएंगे. They have the focus. And another thing that they have is patience, to wait for the results to happen. Overnight नहीं होगा. And I feel for people who are really big achievers, they know how to capacitate their success and they know how to manage their failures. क्योंकि fails सब होते हैं. किसी का भी कार्मिक ग्राफ ऐसा नहीं जाता है.
Right.
वो हार्टबीट के जैसे ही जाएगा.
Right.
चढ़ेगा उतरेगा.
Right.
So if you don't know how to handle your success, आप ज़्यादा ऊंचा उठ नहीं पाओगे. क्योंकि पहले टर्न पे छोड़ दोगे, नहीं हो रहा छोड़ो. So these are the skill sets which I believe set them apart from anybody who's trying to make it and is not making it. But that's not the complete story. कर्म का बड़ा खेल होता है बीच में.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful reply. My next question is to Acharya Praveen Chauhanji. So you are an astrologer, an expert in palmistry. So you are a globally recognized and highly acclaimed practitioner of astrology and palmistry. Can you highlight on the relation between karma and Vedic astrology? Because today one of our topics is how do karma affect our life? How does it help in balancing our life to deserve good life? So can you just highlight on that, please?
Vrindda ji just talk about the karma. Sarve karmavash vayam. सब कुछ कर्म के अधीन है. Vedic astrology believes that the placement of the favorable and unfavorable planet in the person horoscope is based on their karmic balance. Our horoscope tells about the fruit of our karma, either good or bad, which we have to face in the lifetime and accept it as our destiny. For example, planet Saturn. Shani is the judge of karma, whether it is a past, present or future. Planet Ketu. Ketu represents the past life karmic balance. Whenever we are facing a difficulty in our life, the reason is our karma. And the wheel of karma also tells us that we are the co-creator of our journey. So whenever we are feeling difficulty in our life, what we are wish, if things are not going in that way, then we have to think it that it's about karma, it's about past karma, and to make it balance it, we have to attract the positive karma. In Vedic astrology, there's a lot of remedies how to balance it, but in general, one should think positive, their intention, their action against the, the difficulty, the problem is going on, one should think it positively and to attack the positive karma.
Thank you so much. Let me move on to the next panel member. We have gorgeous Pracchi Mehta Shah sitting here. Hi, Pracchi.
Hi, good evening.
I mean, Pracchi is a celebrity TV host. She was also she also used to host radio shows and voiceover artist. And her recent achievement was she also hosted a program in front of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and also hosted more than 200 events for more than 500 brands in corporate, government sectors and media segments across the globe. So, Pracchi, welcome to the panel. My question to you was, what was a turning point in your life which led you to the field of tarot cards, astrology, numerology? How do you incorporate the concept of karma in your life and also ensure that your practice aligns with your life's purpose? In this dynamic world today where everything is changing, every day is a new challenge for each and every human being, and each and every person is looking for some or the other help, And today astrology, tarot card, numerology is also playing a big role in helping them. So to tell you, I am also writing today 24 on my palm. So we use all these tips to help us. So please highlight us, how did you come to this field and your experiences and also your idea on karma in your life.
Thank you. I love writing 24 myself because 2 + 4 is 6. It's the planet of Venus, and today we are on 15th May, which is also depicting Venus. And it's a great day because Venus depicts all your luxuries, love, material comforts, and lot of good things in life that you want to acquire. So you're at the right place at the right time, and so are all of us. Coming back to life. So for the longest time, I graduated 2 decades ago, and maybe more, I don't know. And I'd done my master's in counseling psychology, but I was never really able to justify it because life took me to radio, and I ended up doing a radio show with the veteran, the late Amin Sayani. He groomed and trained me, went on to doing voiceovers and a lot of corporate events, and that's when Anurag ji also, I was destined to meet him, and I started my career with E4M. It was called Exchange for Media at that time, and then they grew into business world, and beautifully. But having done all of that, corporate events, living a fast life, being in media, glamour, all of that, there was always a void where I felt that there's one part of me where I'm giving back to people, which is in the form of entertainment or whatever. But there was another deep side to me, which still exists, I believe, where I felt that what more could I do? What more could I do in terms of adding value to my life and other people's lives? This constantly kept coming back to me, especially after childbirth and when I had my baby. My daughter is now 13 almost, and so when I went back to stage when she was 2.5, 3, that's when I realized that I think my journey over here now needs to grow from this space. And it's been a wonderful space. It's given me a lot, but I just knew that I had to move on. And I was also going through major challenges in life at that time, personal, emotional, financial, all of it. And looking for a lot of answers. That one thing that stuck by me was my deck of tarot cards. I had them since I was 20. I started shuffling them and I opened them. And I just knew I needed to find that mentor. So I started really praying hard, and following Nichiren's Buddhism, I really pray to find work that gives me beauty, benefit, and good, which is about work that makes me happy, benefit because it should give me the material comfort, and good is something that I could add back to the society. This was a very important point for me, that how could I give back, and I was just fortunate enough to find mentors after my deep prayers, and I think nothing, even if I practice whatever I do, is beyond your faith. And when you really sincerely pray and you want to overcome your challenges, things start aligning. And yeah, so tarot happened, mentors happened, one after the other, and I got into studying, practicing, applying all of this. Most importantly, coming back to your question of karma, this is how I view karma, and I think, whether you all believe in the occult or not, but karma is simply the alignment of your thoughts, words, and deeds, or rather thoughts, words, and action. Anything that goes missing from here is when you're not able to manifest what you need to, even though we may question that why haven't we been able to manifest what we want. So when all these thoughts align for you consistently over a period of time is when your karmas are formed. Coming back to connecting it to astrology and tarot, which astrology I'm still studying with a lot of gurus currently over the last 1.5 years. What I've really understood of karma deeply from our Vedas is we are born with three kinds of karmas. Sanchit karma, the karma which was it's called the accumulated karmas, the karmas which came from our forefathers, the karmas which we carried forward from our past lives to our this life, the allotted karmas which are the prarambh karmas, which are some part of our sanchit karma that we carry back in our current life, and we are actually utilizing them of what we are today, the roles we play today, our life purpose that we are able to find today. And then finally you have the kriyaman and the agami karma. So kriyaman is जो आप मन से करते हैं, जो क्रियाएं आप मन से करते हैं, consciously choose करते हैं, वो आपकी karmic cycle को complete करते हैं. Now इसमें जो प्रारंभ कर्मा है and संचित कर्मा है, they are basically a part of destiny जो आपको मिले थे पिछले जन्म से, and we are fulfilling those. Okay. But जो आप क्रियामान और आगामी कर्मा करते हैं, they are consciously made decisions. Each action will have a consequence, as we all know, Right. And जब हम क्रियामान कर्मा करते हैं, we are actively choosing our destiny and turning it around.
So it's our choices which basically helps us to create the good karma or the bad karma. Absolutely. Is what you're trying to say. Absolutely. Lovely answer. Thank you so much, Pracchi, for that wonderful explanation on how we design our destiny ourselves. Now my next question is, we have our celebrity numerologist Gautham Azad ji. So you have been a celebrity numerologist, and so many of your predictions have turned out to be true. May it be Sachin Tendulkar's 100th centuries during matches, may it be IPL results of winning or losing, prediction of who is going to be the next CM of Jharkhand was your right prediction, and the list of long things, many things, many cabinet ministers and big business corporate houses, you guide them. So my question to you is, how does numerology play a role in improving one's life? And how can it be used to create a more balanced and fulfilling life? That is my serious question to you. But my one more, is who is going to win the IPL this year?
Okay. So first of all, I'm not celebrity numerologist, but I do consult lot of celebrities. So I'm very clear about it. Because I wanted to be famous, so I started consulting all the famous people of country. Number one. Number two, how do I guide people? Anyone can guide you, but only thing is that they should have the wisdom, knowledge, and the intellect to guide you. And if you connect with numerology, it's a very simple science. I am from a family of business house. I am an engineer who quit his job, got into numerology, just to become famous, by the way. No route, no sadhana, nothing done. And if you look at the statistics of your life, you don't need to consult any numerologist for sure. You will find a pattern. And the biggest example sitting in this room is Ashton Doctor. When he met me, I said, you don't need to consult me. I don't want you to follow it, anything. I just want you to observe the numbers in your life. Then he said, 369 तो बहुत है हमारे life में. मैं बोला वही आपका lucky number है, उसी को use करो. This is how you will grow. So everyone who comes to me and how I guide corporate, the corporate is very simple है. Everyone is frustrated with work. And you just need to give them patient hearing, and all the problem is sorted out.
आधा उधर ही खत्म हो जाता है problem.
And then the biggest scam in India is, what? Remedies ka scam. Biggest after independent India, once we got independent, biggest scam is remedy. कोई भी frustrated आदमी आए, the remedy should be directly proportional to their asset. जिसके पास कुछ पैसे नहीं उसका शनि क्या बिगाड़ेगा बताओ मुझे. You understand my point? So basically, when we guide people, we should guide looking at the situation where they want to go. Because I cannot change your life unless until you decide to change your own life. Otherwise, I would have changed my life first. And I could have, sat in, Lok Kalyan Marg there in Delhi. And, I could have helped other people to go and sit in a mantralaya. So numerology is very simple science. Start following numbers. Start following colors. And best example I will give you of numerology. So, I've just picked it from what she said. If you count the number of people in this hall, I am very sure more females are there in this hall than male. Just look around. And because number 6 represents Venus, it represents opposite sex. And it also represents luxury. It represents glamour. Look how well dressed people are today. You go to any other event, मैं जैसे enter के मैं अनुराग बोला, this is one of the most successful event of business world यार.
क्या बात है, जोरदार तालियां तो जरूर
because
होनी चाहिए. He has already predicted that.
And more, when you start following the numbers, इसको करो और कुछ भी नहीं, you don't have to do anything in life. We are just GPS. And we cannot help you to reach anywhere faster unless until you decide to drive your car faster. We can only tell you that it is going to take some time. This is how you should be doing. This is how you should be going. And this is all. So don't get worried about, क्या astrologer बोले क्यों हमारे profession में जो है ना, everyone, at least 90% of people believe in the science. They consult, but you ask how many people can confess to it. Hardly 5% will confess. हाँ, I consult astrologer or numerologist. तो हमारा science का, flip side है.
Wonderful, thank you so much. But आपने मेरा आंसर नहीं दिया अभी तक. पकड़े गए ना स्टेज पे?
No. I will tell you. I have been predicting IPL since 2016 final winner. But I can only predict when I have to compare the number of two teams. And because in league matches, why I'm not that successful, it's not that I'm not tried. Honestly, I will say, first time ever I was wrong in one of the biggest match was the last World Cup because I got carried away with emotions. I have no qualm accepting it. But if you look at the pattern of numbers, if you look at the date of birth of both the captains, अब देखो कैसे कैसे वो जीतते हैं, कैसे कैसे वो मैचेस हारे हैं. If I get the two people, you will find the winner being predicted 24 hours before IPL is being played. Okay. And till date, by God's grace, I have been 100% correct, apart from last World Cup hiccup.
Okay. Playing safe, yeah.
Yeah, I always believe in playing safe because I'm an engineer, so my credibility matters the most.
मिलेंगे बाहर मिलेंगे जरूर.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for wonderful reply. We have wonderful guest here, Tanushree Singh. Hi, madam. So let me tell something about Tanushree Singh. She's an Axis Bar practitioner, sound healer, and mindfulness meditation facilitator. Actually, her story is very impressive. 10 years ago, she had got through a very bad brain infection, and she went into a coma, and she was on ventilator for 3 months, and she has fought back. I think we need to give her a big round of applause. And she has survived such a bad sickness, and she has come out with flying colors. And now she's a trainer for mindfulness meditation also. So Tanushree, you're a practitioner for Axis Bars, you're a sound healer. Can you guide us and give us some information about all these techniques? And also you can share your story in short if you can.
Hello everybody, I would like to add on to what you just said. Well, 10 years ago I was in coma, and within 3 months I recovered too, which was by the grace of the universe and the Almighty. But the recovery was not easy because I got brain necrosis, which means you have to relearn everything that you have learned. And prior to that, I worked with Tata Communications in the marketing team for 10 years, and I was also in advertising. I worked with Ogilvy. But yes, after my recovery in few months, I decided not to go back to my corporate life, but to welcome wellness in my life for myself and for others.
So you came out of your corporate world and you wanted to contribute in the field of wellness.
Exactly.
That was a great
choice.
So
I'm also the guest healer in many retreats like Sri Aurobindo Ashram Retreat, Unity Pavilion, which is very famous in Auroville, and Quiet Healing Center. anyway, my journey has been going on beautifully, and I'm adding to many lives about talking to many people about wellness. And I can share many things to you about my wellness, which is like recovery, as I just said, was not easy because I had brain necrosis. But yeah, and what I teach today is access communications, access bars, access consciousness, mindfulness meditation, and sound healing. Access bars is a tool of access consciousness. The bars are 32 points on your head which store your thoughts, your ideas, your emotions, beliefs, and your fears for lifetimes from lifetimes. And when you get your bars run, you will see a sea change in your life, which is mentally and physically. The bars, when you run them, your brain waves slow down, and your behavioral patterns, belief systems, and points of view get shifted for betterment. You actually start to be more present in your life. The benefits of running bars are deep relaxation, deep sleep, greater mental clarity, solving capacities. Access bars are known to cure bipolar tendencies, panic attacks, extreme anxiety issues, including cancer, with medication, of course. There are 2,000 wellness experts who are working, wellness experts working with access consciousness in the world, in 171 countries.
Wonderful. That's quite a staggering number. I mean, so many countries and so many practitioners are working for healing the people through the technique of access bar. Thank you so much, Tanushree, for that wonderful reply and giving us all the information. We have our next panel member, the youngest on the group and the last on the panel. Thank you for being patient, Shubhangi.
Thank you so much.
So, Shubhangi, she's an influencer, advocate for peace, love, and harmony. And she's also a singer. And I mean, she has done a lot of work nationally, internationally. And I would request Shubhangi to tell her notion about the law of karma. That is what you work in, which you're interested in. And what are your views on it? And I also want to know about the song, beautiful song, which you have yourself composed, designed, and, okay, not composed. So about that also I would like to know, or maybe if you can sing that song for all of us after you reply your answer.
Thank you so much for that, Nivedita ji. So I believe the question was that if I think
Yes.
it's very
so there's a notion that law of karma is deterministic.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your views about it?
Right. So from my life experience, I believe that it can be transcended, and I know that's not very popular here, like from what I heard. And I do respect your opinions on it. But I do believe it can be transcended to the extent that, when things are happening in your life that are not going right. So you can transcend it in the sense that you can take all of the things that are not going right and turn it into fuel for your growth, to be a better version of yourself. So in that sense, it can be transcended. And I think a better opinion, I think, is I found in the Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, and I quote, which is why I have this piece of paper, he says, Lord Krishna, "O Arjun, as enkindled flame converts firewood to ashes, so does the fire of wisdom consume the ashes of all karma." So then he goes on to say that, "Hear about the wisdom of yoga, equipped with which, O Arjun, thou shalt shatter the bonds of karma." So through wisdom, from what I understand, karma can be transcended and the bonds can be shattered. And Paramhans Yoganandaji, in his work, The Journey to Self-Realization, further says, he expounds on the same idea. He says, destroy karma by wisdom. Live in the consciousness of spirit. So that is how I understand karma can be transcended if we live in the consciousness of spirit. And from what I understand, that just means knowing who we really are beyond what we are told who we are. So often society puts us in boxes. You know, I'm Shubhangi, I am of a certain religion, I'm a female, I've studied till such and such, and this is what I must do, like we were talking about blueprints. It's all mapped out for us. So, you know, no matter how big a box is, it's still a box. So you got to free yourself. That is what being human means. You got to expand. And that is what we all want. We want freedom. If I did something yesterday, I want to wake up today and do something a little beyond that. You know, that's very natural. So, so from what I have studied and what I've found and experienced, that my nature and our nature is Satchidanand. You know, it is bliss consciousness, and that is the truth. And it's not something that has to be achieved, it already is, right? It's not something you and I have to earn or do. By virtue of being us, we are bliss consciousness, Satchidanand. So I think that is what they're alluding to. I could be wrong. There's so much more I have to learn about this and live through. But that is my view on karma. And if I have your permission, ma'am, I'm going to try and encapsulate this idea, because these are, I would say, simple concepts, but maybe I don't have the words. But there's this one song, which is actually a school anthem. My school's anthem when I used to study in the Maharishi School of the Age of Enlightenment in Fairfield, Iowa, which is a town of meditators. Like, everybody meditates there. I know, utopian, but yeah, it exists in Fairfield, Iowa. So this was our school song. It was called Ved Leela. Over there, some of the kids used to call it Veda Leela because of their accent. So if it's all right, can I sing that?
Just have a minute, maybe.
Sure,
just a stanza.
sure. May I?
Yeah, please.
One unbounded ocean of consciousness in motion, in waves of creation flowing, an ocean of knowingness, an ocean of consciousness. One unbounded ocean of consciousness in motion, in waves of creation flowing, an ocean of knowingness, an ocean of consciousness. One unbounded ocean of consciousness in motion, fully awake within itself. Consciousness knows itself. Consciousness knows itself. When consciousness knows itself, it becomes both knower and knowing. When knower knows the known, these dynamics are called the process of knowing. Knower, known, and knowing. In the language of the Veda, these three are known as Rishi, Devata, and Chandas.
Thank you, Shubhangi.
Rishi is the knower, Devta is knowing, Chandas is the known, together they are flowing in one unbounded ocean of consciousness in motion. The Samhita of Rishi, Devata, and Chandas, togetherness of three in one reality, in one unbounded ocean of consciousness. One becomes three in all diversity while remaining unity. One becomes three in all diversity while remaining unity.
Thank you so much. I wish we could keep on listening to wonderful voice of yours, but then we really have a time restriction here. So next time, definitely I'm going to tell Business World to keep one small time just to listen to your songs. Now, as we are running out of time, I just will go quickly to all the panel members. Acharya Praveen ji, if one tip you want to give to all our listeners here today, what is that tip you want to give to all of them for the betterment of their life, for betterment of their karma, or whatever you feel? What is that learning you want to pass on to our audiences?
A supreme remedy to terminate the ill effect of your karma done in any incarnation is charity. To help the poor, to help the needy, institution is to key to receive the blessings, spiritual or material.
Thank you. Vrindda ma'am, same question to you. What is that one tip you want to give everybody to have a better living, better life, you know? As we really have less time, that's a problem. I mean, so much to learn from expert panel members like you. So.
But I would really want to clarify one thing, because this is about karma. So like we said, prarabdh cannot change. Prarabdh aapko bhugatna padega.
Padega hi.
Sanchit, you can. There are certain spiritual sadhanas, like Kundalini sadhanas, which I practice as well, but under the tutelage of my Diksha, of my Sadguru, Yog Martand Yogira Siddhanath ji, which they have to be practiced under a master. They can help you burn and lessen the load of your Sanchit karma. And yes, like Pracchi mentioned, your Kriyaman and Agami karma are done with intervention of your mind. Your will, at the level of thought, you can decide whether I do this or I don't do this.
So your choices.
Choices. That is where you apply your free will. आपने action ले लिया तो उसका संस्कार बनेगा. वो संस्कार बनेगा तो वही वृत्ति वापस आएगी, which will make you take the same action.
Right.
So the power of your mind. So my message, one message, please learn how to train your mind. Get all the skills that you need to train your mind. You can change your life. You can change your current and future karma.
Thank you.
So please work on your mind.
Thank you. Shruti, over to you.
I think what Vrindda just said, I'm just going to take that one step further. Like she said, that learn how to control your mind. I think all I can tell everyone, which is a very simple technique, is just learn to be more present. Just be here now. All of us are sitting here and thinking, abhi iske baad kya karna hai? Oh, mera coffee ka time ho gaya. Oh, I need to go. You're not even here and you're not even there. So you're just somewhere in purgatory. If you want to learn to train your mind, you have to learn to sit with it. So just learn to be more present. In whatever you do, it'll really add more years to your life because your experiences will start to expand, having all your attention on them.
So be in the present is what Shruti is trying to tell us, and enjoy the moment which you're living. Don't think about the next. Yes, Sidhharth ji.
So there can be multiple things. Three things which I will summarize quickly. First, learn to practice your breath. Inhale, deep inhalation and quick exhalations. This is something quick 10 seconds will relax you at any moment of time. Second thing, you can curate your life. Being from your sleep pattern to how you wake up, to your herbal bath, to the clothes you wear, and to the beauty products that you use. Everything of them can be customized based on astrology and numerology. Use them and be the charge of your life.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Pracchi, over to you.
Thank you. एक बहुत अच्छी मैंने एक श्री रविशंकर को सुना था. उन्होंने कहा कि आपकी जो डेस्टिनी होती है, it's like your height. It's fixed. But your free will is like your weight. You can change it with the application of your mind. And tarot ho, numerology ho, astrology ho, या दुनिया का कोई भी occult science हो, they are only your GPS. They are like your compass. So please use your mind. Please use your thoughts and intentions. Three takeaways that I've taken back in my life is devotion, meditation and surrender. जब आप ये तीन चीजें करते हैं, आप कुछ भी करें, आप योगा करते हैं, कुछ भी, do these three things: surrender, devotion and meditation, bhakti, sadhana और एक और जो भी है हिंदी में. So please do these three things in life, and I think you will be able to maximize your potential and change your destiny.
Thank you. Gautham ji.
One thing what I will tell you that you should do anything or not, but listen to yourself. And I want you to try tomorrow, tonight, when you go to bed, ask yourself, I say to myself, Gautham, mujhe 5 baje utha dena. Say it 5 times and listen how your higher self works. If you do not wake up at exactly 5 or 4:55, then you can go to Google, type my name, and give a feedback. Gautham bhai, it doesn't work. But if it works, I really want you to work, and trust me, listen to yourself, and higher universe, you say subconscious, you say heart, you say God is always with us. This is the only thing, I have been doing, and I have been doing fairly well.
So अगर मैं बोलूँ भगवान कल छुट्टी करा देना ऑफिस की तो
आपकी छुट्टी हो जाएगी. या दुनिया की छुट्टी थोड़ी. Yeah, you should be very specific. Someone, yesterday I was recording a podcast and that guy says, कि सर मैं भगवान को हमेशा बोलती हूँ मुझे अच्छी कन्या मिले, मैं मदर टेरेसा आ जाएगी फिर लाइफ में. And that guy is hardly 24. So you need to be very specific about what you are asking.
Yeah.
And you
Very
seek
good.
and you will get it.
Yes, yes.
वो छुट्टी करा दे तो फिर
छुट्टी हो जाएगी.
Yeah, never.
Tanushree ji.
Do you know it takes the same amount of time and energy to imagine wonderful things as it takes to worry? So train your mind to be in what is and not what if. Thank you.
Shubhangi ji.
So I would say everybody should sing and be happy. Know that your nature is bliss. Now, we need to find ways to stay in that, the present moment and know that our nature is bliss. And one thing that I really liked about what Gautham ji said, be very careful about the way you speak with yourself.
Yes.
In my experience, that has made all the difference. How you speak to yourself, what you believe about yourself, you make your world. Aham Brahmasmi, right? हर इंसान का खुद का ब्रह्मांड है, आपकी अपनी creation है. So your world is your universe.
Thank
so
you.
You're the creator.
Thank you. I think all the speakers have really given so many good tips, informations, and I still feel कि भाई वक्त बहुत कम पड़ रहा है. But of course we have next programs to carry on here. So thank you so much all the esteemed panel members for joining us and giving so many important tips and highlighting on the importance of how to lead a good, balanced, karmic life is something which we all look forward for answers, and here you sat today and give so many good answers. Thank you so much and all the best and God bless you. Yeah.
Because you just said something. So just one, from my perspective, we are not creators. That consciousness in us is the creator. We are co-creators of our reality. So वो universe को आपके साथ align. Technically we are also the universe. लेकिन हमारे living experience में we are not the universe yet. Potentially we are the universe. So we are co-creators.
Before I close, I just want to introduce myself because I was not able to tell who I am. I am Dr. Nivedita Shreyans. I am the director for Pillai Group of Institution, Education Institution, Mumbai. And I'm also director for youth program. I represent Heartfulness Institute from Hyderabad, Kana, where our master is Daji Kamlesh Patel, and we represent Heartfulness Meditation Organization. So I'm grateful to all of you. Wonderful audience. बहुत patience है आप लोगों में. Being in the present is what you're trying to do. So thank you for supporting all of us, and of course we had a big panel, and thank you for all of you cooperating with the time management and presenting this panel in the given time. Thank you so much. Thank you Devika and Anurag Batraji for this opportunity.